it was, say, one afternoon in the weekends, I think around spring break. I was just minding my own business, up in my room, doing whatever I feel like. And then I start to get hungry. And when it comes to food, I'm going to say I'm one hungry bastard. No kidding. I mean, this may not look like much, but I am. I am that hungry. So I go downstairs, and as soon as I reach the bottom stair, I notice that my family just walk out, and then I feel like this weird feeling that they have this sixth sense of like me coming down the stairs, like, well, because I usually never get out of my room. One thing. So my parents don't want to make any food. They don't want to go out to get some. Then they put me in charge. Now I don't have a license. I don't have a permit. So yeah, but they still insist on me going out to it anyways. So they make a list of what they want from Subway and Sonic. Mainly my sister wanting Sonic. That's it. Everybody else wanting Subway. And I was going to take my car, but the battery was all depleted and dead and whatnot, so I couldn't take it. So I had to take my father's truck, and he was okay with it. That's fine. He knows that I can drive his truck. I can almost drive everybody's car. So my sister wanted to tag along just for the safety of me coming back home with the food, also to get the proper orders right, because I have a lack of memory whenever it comes to family matters and whatnot. My dad was asleep during the whole thing, so I'm glad that was a thing. So we got in the car. The drive to Shadow Glen was smooth, cakewalk, whatnot, yada yada. Now getting into 290 was kind of the challenging part during my driving, and it was okay getting in. It's just that I don't know how to shift properly between lanes. Is the thing. Yeah, so there's one minor accident about to happen. So I shifted lanes into the turnoff into Subway. And we got in. My driving, it was decent enough. My sister would say, and like, really, it's parked right in the lanes. Whatever. So we got in. We got the orders from Subway that my parents wanted, and all things fine and dandy. We go back into the car, and I would drive off. And another accident would have occurred if I was not paying attention, or yeah. So this car was like trying to drive out of the Subway area, the parking lot, and I noticed, I didn't know, sorry, and I tried to drive out as well, but first he stopped. He was like right here, I'm like back here. He starts backing up. I'm like, what the heck is he doing? Oh God. I just stayed there, and I'm like, wait, what am I supposed to be doing? Why is he backing up? And then he just goes back, and then he goes forward, like, and just gets out. I'm like, okay. So I go into Sonic after that minor predicament. I almost hit. I get in. I almost kind of hit the that board where they order, and. I pressed the button on the side, I took the order, and not much walkway for the person to come by and give me the order, but still good enough to grab the meal and go. Okay, so yeah, after that was done, I had to go back into the highway, which was the easy part because all the cars were waiting at one light all the way over there, although there was another stoplight happening on the other side. So I'm driving along, trying to reach the speed limits that I need to go. I shift between lanes, trying to do it properly that time around. And as I reach the turning point at the intersection, I start to slow down a little bit, but I'm not slowing down enough, and there's a car waiting already in the front. My sister was starting to panic as soon as she saw me like going a little bit faster than usual. I started like losing a little bit of focus, but as soon as I get closer and closer to the car, I like hit this weird reaction to like this impulsive feeling to like slam the brakes, and then just scary. We were both like breathing hard at that thought of getting into an accident. And then it took a minute for the car to realize that we were too close, and it just scooted up like a couple of inches, and that's it. And after that, all things fine and dandy. We got back into Shadow Glen, safe and sound. Sister kind of getting scarred now because she doesn't want me to drive her anywhere. And we got the food back to the kitchen. My sister, being the loudmouth she is, she went ahead and told our stepmom. But luckily, my dad was still asleep. And then what they told me is to not tell my dad about this. So yeah, I learned 2 things that day. One is that the road is never safe, especially with me driving. And 2, you are given a lot more responsibility for the passengers that you are driving to and from place to place. So then, if you see my dad, this story never happened.